I hit the start button. I guess it just didn't work. It doesn't really matter anyway, since this is still the prequel. We haven't really touched on anything important. Um, it's not like anyone watches these anyway. But no, that was a great soccer game. That was a fantastic soccer game. I don't really catch them too often. But this was the quarterfinals. I was like, if I was going to watch a sports ball game, I might as well watch like the best teams.
Well, best ones for that year, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I know this is a very important one too, because this is the Dutch team that had 29 wins in a row.
God damn.
And they just lost. They just had their first loss in 4 years.
Oh, that's rough.
And they lost to
Argentina.
And it was to Argentina with Messi, who scored 3 goals.
I mean, you lost to Messi.
I was gonna say losing to Messi's not that bad of a.
That's like a Covenant soldier going, "Yeah, I was killed in the war. I got killed by the Master Chief."
Yeah, fair enough. It's like,
brother, what has happened to you? I was killed by the demon. Rest well, brother. You did well. Did he use his emerald?
Where did my fucking ring go? Oh, right there. Okay. But yeah, no, it was a good game. And I got paid to watch it.
Wait, who paid you to watch a game?
My company did, because there was nothing fucking to do. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna watch this game.
The best kind of work.
So I cracked open a beer and popped a cigarette and watched the game with my father outside.
Neat.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I will say, you missed some... This is going to sound weird. One of my favorite games was when we 0-0'd Wales, because our defense, the US's defense, was on fucking fire that game.
Yeah, and then we just got fucking obliterated this year.
What?
The US got obliterated this year.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. Like, we advanced because we didn't lose to people that we should have lost to. That's one of the things I like most about the World Cup, is that sometimes not winning is victory enough.
Yeah, and then the US got textbook bitch slapped by the Netherlands.
Well, yeah. But hey, we still made England lose. And you know what? As an American,
I'll take that as a win.
Victory.
Yeah, that's basically a gold medal right there. Yeah. But to
we know you didn't win, but you made England lose.
To end this story, and then we'll get on to the Harry Potter thick meat. So my stepsister's sitting there watching the soccer game with us, and she's whining. Like, oh yeah, I guess they did so good, but why aren't there any women on the teams? My dad's like, well, they have a women's World Cup, and the U.S. does pretty good on those.
In fact, our women's team is significantly better than our men's team.
Yeah, more or less. Might be because of certain reasons, might be because of other reasons, but yeah. They've done 3 years in a row.
Like if you compare their win losses, our women's team is way better.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the certain practices that the men's team has been implementing recently.
Yes. But even before those practices were implemented.
Yeah, no, they're going on 12-year victory streak. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. And then she's like, "Oh, well, why aren't they co-ed?" And I was like, "Well, because the women's World Cup team lost to 8th grade boys scrimmage team, so."
Because women get stomped by men in sports, it just happens.
I'm just saying. And then I was telling this story in the SDM, and one of the people from Sweden on the server proceeded to be like, "Yeah, no, I'm watching the triathlon right now here in Sweden." And on the radio, the commenter is, reading out the women's times or something. No, the men's times. And then the male commenter chimes in with, and all of the women's times are about 20 seconds behind them. Which, in a triathlon, is pretty significant.
A lot of time.
But, yeah. So, let's get into the Harry Potter schmeat.
Did you try explaining to your sister that a lot of sports, at least in America, don't really differentiate based on gender all that much?
Oh,
She's
well,
aware of this, right?
no,
women
I
are
think she's
choosing
too
not to go to
stupid
these
to
No,
tryouts.
she's a little bit, female supremacist.
Because, well, I mean, because that's the thing. Like in football, if this 5'4" woman can sack that 6'4", 6 foot, 240-pound dude, she's on the fucking team.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the funny thing about sports in America is that all of the professional sports that quote unquote only men play, all allow for women to be on the teams, except none of the
more
women.
specifically, we should make clear there's not a specific denial.
No, it's
no.
not. They can go to the tryouts if they want.
Yeah, they all of the like the NBA, the fucking you know, the football teams, the basketball teams, baseball teams, the women can go to all of those trials to try out for those teams. The problem is any man that shows up for those tryouts, seriously, now I'm not talking about like, you know, drunk Uncle Hector showing up with his fat lard ass being like, I can totally get onto the baseball team. I'm talking about like a serious athlete showing up. Any male athlete is just going to blow any female athlete out of the water for those trials. So they're not going to get picked.
Don't go making an apples to apples comparison. Don't go making the apples to oranges comparison of, well, no one in this chat could. That is correct. Not a single one of us could. And statistically, neither can you, Mr. or Mrs. Strawman argument.
Indeed.
Correct.
And then on top of that, we have the women's division specifically set aside for the women. So we could not hear complaints from the women about how women can't get into the sports.
Well, it used to be specifically set aside for the women. Now it's set aside for the women and the trans women, and we see how that's going.
Yeah, so we can firmly prove that men make better women now.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, look, I'm just saying, I am going on empirical truths here, and we have men winning Women of the Year, we have men winning the top positions of women's sports. Well, sorry, women, they're women now, but men, you know, it's just, I'm saying, it's, the facts are the facts, the awards go to the awards.
Yeah, but remember, they gave a deaf person, what was it, Singer of the Year or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, if they actually were hitting the notes and hitting them well,
they were not.
Nothing wrong with that.
They gave the deaf person Singer of the Year because they were trans.
Yep. It was bad.
I think it was Mozart who would just stick a ruler between his teeth to hear the notes through conduction.
Yeah, something like that.
Good. Why are they?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mozart actually had hit through most of his life.
You see, Mozart also contained a fairly large amount of spite.
That too.
So he actually had this thing called I want to show that I'm better than everyone else, and then actually went and showed that he was better than everyone else.
Yeah, no, I just said if they weren't as good as Mozart in that regard, then why the fuck were they there to begin with?
Because they're trans.
Because they're deaf and trans. It's a humiliation ritual.
Yeah. Clap like a seal, please. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got Unfounded, a sequel story to a Harry Potter Supernatural. Alright, I gotta see this.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Buckle in, boys.
Oh,
Yes,
their
sir.
authors
Boys, we're getting
page.
on the idiot train.
I grew up in the Harry Potter fandom and have been reading about fanfiction since middle school. Okay, so they've been reading about fanfiction since middle school. Joined in 2002. Middle school is 7th to 8th grade, so that puts them at around
40.
34.
Maybe
Never seen
40,
it.
34.
44.
34. They were 14 in middle school. Okay, well, 12 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that put them in their mid-30s then at the
Yeah.
oldest.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
A lot of what I wrote when I was 13 isn't the best, but in my homage to that 13-year-old, I will never take those fics down. You know what? That's fair enough, author. One of the best parts of growing up is learning to be completely unashamed of your past mistakes. Yes.
That's fair.
Well, it's okay to be a little embarrassed about some stuff.
No, you need to have shame. Learn some shame.
Grow chest hairs. Do not elaborate. I have been getting bad reviews on my old fics recently. If you are reading them, please know that my other fics are not anything like my most recent one. I have added warnings to all the summaries of my older fics to let people know they are old. They are not good. But this is the only place where they live, and I will not delete them. No need to tell me they're bad. I know they are. Trust me. Fair enough?
Okay, that's a pretty basic take. I'll give him
Fair
that.
Yeah, I know that feeling. The only fics I deleted were the ones that was like, these don't follow guidelines. I should get rid of them. Everything else is up.
So it looks like... Yeah, here we go. Love, Fate, and Prophecy, a Harry Potter supernatural story. Hunters are not allowed to raise magical children. When it is discovered that Mary is pregnant with a wizard child, Makusa steps in and the Potters step up. Okay, so now, this is actually pretty fair. Hunters in Supernatural, lore-wise, do tend to just off everything that isn't pure human.
Not quite, but yeah.
No.
They on a tendency of the entire hunters organizations in the U.S. The ones that let witches live is fairly rare.
Yeah, it's a fairly small group.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen. They are inquisitors, and I support them in their holy task.
Indeed. Because, not everyone's Sam and Dean, and they don't always get away in the nick of time because they're the literal heroes of the story. So they tend to just err on the side of caution of, well, I won't have to come back and put an end to you if I just kill you now, sort of philosophy. Which, again, is fair enough. Henry Winchester is raised as Harry Potter until security concerns send him to a family that does not know he exists. As Winchester, luck dictates the road will not be smooth, especially when heaven intervenes.
Oh god.
Alright, so my only issue with this is that I believe this changes the timeline. No, wait, hold on. Sam and Dean are in their late 20s to their 30s at the end of Supernatural.
Something like that?
Because they started when they were around 18 in the first season.
Dean was born in the 70s, Sam in the 80s.
And Harry was in 82. So okay, that's skimming the line of time frame, but I'll allow it. Honestly, I can't actually find anything super wrong with this premise because it's being faithful to both Harry Potter. I mean, as much as I fucking hate Makusa and J.K. Rowling's idea of what America would be like, they are being faithful to both Makusa and Hunter lore.
My problem is that it's Harry Potter is the youngest Winchester brother. It is so fucking overdone.
Is it really overdone?
Yes. It's like every fucking Harry Potter / supernatural crossover. It's Harry is always a Winchester brother,
Okay.
or cousin, or something. It's usually the youngest brother. He replaces Adam, or he's younger than Adam, or some bullshit. I don't know.
Right.
Here's the problem with that. Harry Potter is a witch.
Yeah, but there are two different types of wizards, witches.
Yeah.
Look, the point is, this is not like the Inquisition, where, well, he's a psyker, but we can train him to be fucking dope and useful.
Actually, it sort of is, because there are a couple Hunter witches. It's just that, you kind of have to prove that you're not a piece of shit before the Hunters can get to you.
No, it's not even that, because, there are borrower witches which use demon contracts for their powers. They don't have their own power, basically. Their soul is owned by a demon. And then there are witches like fucking Rowena, or the hunter ones you were talking about, who have their own power, learn their own shit, and they can be good or bad or whatever. It's a whole gamut of shit.
Yeah. So it is a mixed bag. Honestly, I can understand why a lot of people like the idea, and as far as the way it's set up in this story, it's not egregious. I only protest to it on the sheer basis of it's kind of cringe to be like, oh, actually this character is secretly the younger brother, and it's kind of like, oh, come on. It's 400k words. It's got 500 reviews, 1,000 favorites, 1,000 follows. It's completed, but it is also listed as angst, and honestly, angst is one of my least favorite genres, especially when it's in Supernatural. I mean, enough shit's going on in Supernatural that they really didn't need to add any angst to it. So there's, I don't know how I feel about it. So then we have the sequel called Unfound. Mary Winchester knows that her baby was taken from her. Being dead over 30 years isn't going to stop her search. An old flame alerts Sam and Dean to the dangers posed by the British men of letters, and Harry Potter returns at last as an angel.
What?
And there's the small matter of the impending birth of the child of Lucifer.
Okay, no, read back that last part?
Yeah, Harry Potter is an angel.
No.
Yeah.
Literally not possible. Jack was the only one who was able to ascend humans into angels canonically. No.
Welcome to fanfiction. It sucks.
God damn it.
I kind of don't. Okay, fine. I'm gonna open it up to see what the grammar's looking like. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. To be fair, this person's 34 years old. They actually have good grammar. All right,
They
fair
understand how the fuck a period works.
Written by 14-year-old in 2003, so I was right about the 14 thing. A Harry Potter version of the 1985 comedy Ferris Bueller's Day Off, starring Ron, Harry, and Hermione, and of course Severus Snape as the evil Mr. Rooney. Can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, can't say I'm surprised. Badly written by a 14-year-old in 2003.
I mean, at least they know that it's trash.
Oh, I mean, yeah, this is a fucking this is a garbage AU. If final battle arrives, he does the big thing, he gets sent back in time, except now he's in an AU where Hogwarts doesn't exist.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really shit premise. At least they're acknowledging it.
Boy, that's
Honestly-
fucking stupid.
Honestly, I respect just the honesties. Like, yeah, all my stuff is shit. I'm not even gonna hide it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, you wrote it a long time ago, and, yeah, like I say, you know, this person's clearly gone through the aging process where you become reflective enough about your own ideas that you can actually sit there and go, oh, wow, that was fucking stupid of me.
You can look back at everything you did as a child and go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Ah, wait a minute! Right? And suddenly you become Red Foreman. Ah, wait a minute! I know what the fuck you were thinking! You weren't!
Yeah, effectively.
Yep.
And, you know, it's...
Listen, I will say this. If ever, for some reason, the world is unfortunate enough that I have a child, I'm definitely going to subscribe to the Red Foreman School of Parenting.
Because you're a dumbass.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Star Child. Stella wants a child she could mold in her image and gain more power. However, she was stuck with a daughter that took after her pathetic excuse of a husband. She stays alone in her vacation home for more than a year when a male infant with strong magic appears. She makes him hers through a ritual, and now he looks like her. Finally, she has perfect child. Can you guys guess what the crossover is?
Harry Potter and something.
Harry Potter and Hell of a Boss.
Oh.
what?
And what?
Hey, listen, when you said Star Child, I was like, ah, come on. Deep cut, author. Go for the secret 40k lore.
So Hell of a Boss
Oh,
is the second attempt from the do you know the Has Been Hotel attempt? Ring any bells?
I know of the Has Been Hotel.
I know both only because I've seen them both. Oh, for music.
Yeah, I know Hell of a Boss got far more successful, at least on YouTube. Apparently,
Yeah.
the original series.
I've
got
never heard of it
up.
before now.
Okay, so Has Been Hotel was a pilot episode attempt at trying to drum up interest in a new cartoon called Has Been Hotel. And the premise was that hell was getting full. And that the angels had to come down to hell and purge souls way too often, and Lucifer wants something done about this so he can stop dealing with overpopulation issues in hell. And part of this was allowing his daughter to open up a hotel called the Has Been Hotel, in which devils and other souls of demonic nature can repent upon their sins and be allowed back into heaven after, admitting their problems.
Okay, so it's rehabilitation.
Yes.
Got
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this was mainly the daughter's own idea because she was actually. It was very much. She was constantly ridiculed. She was made fun of
Yes,
initially.
it was her idea, but she was allowed to do it specifically because he was getting tired of how many
Gotcha.
executions there was going on.
Has Been Hotel apparently got picked up by some company. I think either HBO or whatever. Because I remember there being a small controversy over some of the VAs not being rehired from the
Well,
pilot.
it didn't get picked up because it only had one episode.
Really? Huh. I remember hearing some company grabbed it, but I know it just never really got anywhere otherwise.
Yeah, no. The series pilot episode was critically acclaimed for its quality animation, music, and characters, even though the show itself was panned for its plotline. He criticized the songs, saying Hazbin Hotel is certainly not appealing to everyone. Those can appreciate good animation and interesting characters will find themselves tortured by what it's like to wait until the next episode. Another reviewer, Matthew Feld, argued that the pilot was part of the animation renaissance of YouTube. It was a hilarious, dark look at hell, with musicals and backstabbing and, etc., drug use, blah blah blah.
I'm sorry. What did he think hell was to begin with?
People being tortured, and effectively hell was just San Francisco, except everyone now has a monster body and does cocaine legally.
That's San Francisco, yes.
Yeah, like I said. So that's what it was. It never got picked up. No one ever picked it up. It never got past its pilot episode. You might have seen some other music videos come out of it because they did make several music videos after the release of the pilot episode trying to drum up interest. Unfortunately, they never had anything more than the first episode.
Yeah. So I just looked this up. The animation on it is dog shit. How can they say it's good?
No, the animation flow is actually really well done. I have bits and clips. It's very smooth.
The
It has
style
full
is
motion
shit.
Okay, you have to keep in mind we are coming out of the Iron era of animation where everything was reduced to cal art.
Yeah, but even CalArt can look good if someone knows what they're doing.
Sure.
In motion. It can look good in motion.
But I'm just saying, you have to keep that in mind. Cal art is a very definite low appeal visual level for a lot of people. And so when a new show comes out not doing that, I'm not surprised that reviewers would be like, oh man, the animation quality is great. It's like, yeah, well, you've been fed piles of shit on a plate, so this pile of suspiciously maybe not shit is going to be praised. So that was the original Hazbin Hotel, and that transitioned into Hell of a Boss, which tried to take a look at the idea of demon contracts for hire, in where these imps and a werewolf take on these contracts for money to go do various ne'er-do-well things. It's got a second season going, so I mean, it's significantly more popular than the pilot episode. Amusingly enough, the cumulative views is way lower. But I guess it was just more appealing to whoever wanted to bankroll it.
Ultimately, there's a niche but dedicated audience.
I mean,
that sounds more likely.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Imp got 50 million views on its pilot episode, 23 million views on its season 1, and 27 million views on its season 2, which is a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, 234. I thought there was a period there. 234 million views.
Ooh.
On its season 1. Okay, that makes more sense.
Relatively good things about the show as a whole, mostly from just how it handles certain topics, which I'm a bit iffy on just as a premise, because they talk about whole one guy coming in a gay or whatever, but it's they don't do it cringy. They, at least from what I've seen, it seems like they try to do it in a more natural, explorative way, which is the only reason I'm not really trash talking it for that. Like, it's not straight up shoving, oh, I'm X stuff. So they're handling some topics, what seems to be some appropriate measures, I want to say, if that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
The characters are allowed to be a character where their whatever it is not their defining characteristic, merely a portion of them.
Yes.
You mean they're not centered on identity politics?
Yes.
Yes.
They actually don't center, like, the one guy, one of the characters, like a big demon that was in a relationship with the main demon, the main imp. It explores his relationship with his family, his own shifting sexuality or whatever, and it's not like that's a key defining factor of him. It
Okay,
actually
you know what?
explores
That's
him as a
fair.
character.
Has-Been Hotel did make a little bit more of a big deal about how the main character was gay, so...
Yeah, like, it fully dedicates, like, episodes and whatnot to explore his character and his own personal issues, as well as, like, a few other characters as well. So they're not just hamstringing it. They're giving it what I want to say, some effort the topic deserves, I guess is the right word. Like, they're not half-assing it. They're at least trying to give it a serious take without it being a forced message, I want to say.
Yeah, but that doesn't want to make me watch the topic to begin
Oh,
with.
yeah,
I mean, that's
I'm not
fair
saying
enough.
it does, but I'm just saying, like, as far as the show goes, they're not being cringe about it, at least. You may not be interested in it, but hey, they're at least trying with it instead of just forcing the politics. But that's up to you to enjoy or not.
But, so yeah, that's Hell of a Boss. Not sure who the fuck Stella is, but that's just a creepy story in general. Let's click on it to check the grammar. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sneaky,
Oh,
That says a
yeah.
lot.
Sneaky
Oh, good
words
lord.
existing now.
Already that bad?
Well, okay, let's see. Stella angrily stomped outside. She hoped that Octavia would look like her rather than that piece of trash she called husband when she had been born. She had been forced Stolas into sleeping with her once more over 2 years ago, hoping she would get pregnant again with a child she could actually groom to take after herself. Of course. She had taken as much of his seed in vials to freeze later. So she wouldn't have to sleep with him again after the disaster.
Did I just have a stroke?
No, unfortunately, sir.
Oh, okay.
Of course. She then went to her own private vacation home where afterwards, wanting to hide
her
away.
private vocation home.
Yes. Wanting to hide away from him in case she did end up pregnant. Unfortunately, she hadn't, and she only had one more frozen vial of husband seed.
Listen,
There's
tonight's
so
been
much
spectacular,
wrong.
if for no other reason, because you were forced to read that.
Continued trying, which frustrated her to no end. Well, I mean, if you don't like the guy, just go have fucking sex with other people. I mean, you clearly have no issues with any sort of thing about faithfulness. If you just want a kid that looks like you, just go fuck someone. Also, there's this thing called counting your period. It's really simple. Just throwing it out there. You know. I don't know what's worse. The possibility that the individual writing this story doesn't know what a period is. Or that the person writing this story knows what a period is and wants to groom a child anyway.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ikaru Genchi plan? Go.
She had decided to stay away from their shared home as well because as anyone else for 2 years and 3 months. Why? She had needed a break from her inept husband and daddy girl of a daughter. Well, no shit, it's a daddy's girl of a daughter. You fucking abandon her. Oh, I can't believe this child likes her father more than me, her mother. It's like, yeah, because you never fucking showed up in her life.
If only I could have found some way to engender affection in this child. Possibly by, I don't know, being in their life.
But that would
No.
take work.
No.
Apparently.
Clearly, it's the child who's incorrect.
Yeah, indeed. She had needed a break from her inept husband, blah, blah, blah. She wasn't what she wanted as a child, blah, blah, blah. She wasn't what she had wanted as a child, and it was hard to pretend... Sorry, it was hard pretending to care about the little shit a lot of the time. Okay, well, I get... you know what? They are writing women correctly.
So she
God.
just straight up
Lots of
admitted
parents
that.
don't give a shit about their child.
She is canonically a very miserable and nasty person, so this is technically in character.
Oh, it's great.
If
Fantastic.
a bit exaggerated, but otherwise canon.
I mean, I'm just pointing out here that the person is sitting here complaining about how the child doesn't love them, but then the next breath goes, well, I can barely fucking stand to be around them. They're a little piece of shit, and I don't like them. It's like, okay, well, maybe have you ever considered that the child knows that?
Children aren't dumb.
Kids can tell these things.
Suddenly, a baby fell off the back of the truck, and she's like, this is fantastic. And then she does a magic ritual on them and turns them into her. Ish.
Hang on a minute. If that was your fucking problem, why didn't you do that with the first child?
There's reasons.
Yeah. She would give him a new name and make sure he forgot his human life, and then he turned into a peacock demon.
What?
She is basically an owl demon.
Yeah. Now she just needed to falsify the pregnancy of him. Uh-huh.
Everything you're saying is just so fucked.
Yep.
So very fucked.
And then Harry calls her mama. And yeah. Okay.
No.
That's a little... Okay, this guy, whoever the fuck this person is, they are fucking proliferate in their writing. Because they just updated like 92 fucking stories, and the premise is, Hermione.
Cringe.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
One case, but good lord.
Yeah. If anyone wants me to write slash fics with Harry Potter characters, here's what I write the sections for. Ah, yes, there's nothing like a true fan that says, ah, yes, I will fundamentally change the sexuality of this character that I supposedly love, just so I can fit it into my fetish. Truly, I am
Sounds
a great
right.
fan.
Well, I mean, look at all the Sam and Dean fans out there.
I think those are Sam times Dean fans, not Sam and Dean fans.
Sam/Dean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It became so bad that they made an episode about it.
And making fun of it, which honestly, that's another reason why I did really like Supernatural for a long time, is that they knew what they were, and they ended up just going like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna make fun of ourselves. It's like, alright, you know what? You guys are good.
Yeah, it got pretty tongue-in-cheek. That shit was pretty good.
I also did appreciate they did make the one real-life episode, air quotes, where Sam and Dean from the show got transported onto the set of Supernatural in place of their actors. And they were low-key like, yeah, we actually don't really like each other all that much, and it's true, they don't. The actors for Sam and Dean didn't actually really like each other all that much.
No, if we're talking favorite episodes here, it's gotta be Scooby Natural.
That was pretty fun, yeah.
That was fucking great.
I heard
That's a
that they
stupid-
got along a little bit better later. the Sam and Dean actor, but like, I mean, yeah, you'll establish some kind of working relationship with someone when you spend how many fucking years of your
This
life
is 18.
with them?
It's like around
It was a lot.
18 years, yeah.
You heard they were going to do a sequel to that, and what was it? Jensen didn't. He got pissed that. No, the other one got pissed that Jensen didn't come to him with an offer, like immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't they kill them both off?
They killed them both off, but I think they were supposed to make like cameos or some shit.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, it's it's a mixed bag. The two definitely weren't friends. Like, not even like maybe they were a working relationship, tolerating each other, but they definitely weren't friends. They definitely didn't like each other. And they kind of hinted at that in that show, and obviously that went over a lot of people's heads because a lot of people would approach the two thinking like they were great friends outside of the show because of how good their acting capabilities were inside the show with each other.
They were good enough actors that they had everybody fooled.
Turns out
Oh,
they
yeah.
were actors and they were pretending.
Now, what's hilarious is apparently Misha, the guy who played Cass, is friends with fucking everybody.
Oh well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not surprising at all. I've seen him do guest cameos where he like shows up at hospitals and shit. Yeah, he's a very very good guy. But speaking of which, Crowley's blind date. Crowley reluctantly goes on a blind date with Harry Potter set up for him by his mother. Yeah, this is cringe.
I don't
Harry,
want to fucking know.
That kind of tracks for Crowley, to be honest.
what?
Not for Harry, but for Crowley.
Bending to his mom's will?
That and going after a young boy.
Well, he wouldn't really be a young boy at that point, would he? Because I mean, he would be around. I mean, by the time Crowley actually got out and was able to act, he was around 2010, so Harry would be around 20 years old. Harry crossover soulmates. This is a collection of different slash Harry Potter ideas. Why is the gay stuff only called slash?
I request that you do not speak again, sir.
Because it's about sword fighting when you slash your swords together.
Hey, look, that's
It's
about
called
as good as
slash because they couldn't put massive gaping anal tears in the search results of Google.
That
I'm
too.
pretty sure they can. No, but I mean, hey, look, that sounds like a good enough explanation. I'm not like super interested in it, but hey, you know, fuck it, I'll take it. Diana Potter and the Hunger Games. Yeah. Diana Potter leaves the small wizarding world and ends up in District 12. Oh yeah, she just ends up in District 12. You know, the Midwest of America. Just ends up there. You know, randomly.
There's reasons.
And then somehow gets randomly selected for the death game. Somehow. Randomly.
By magic.
By magic almost, yeah. It ends up as the female tribute. Even though the reaping had been rigged under scrutiny from the Capitol, Diana has to trust her drunk mentor to help her and to hide her magical powers in the arena. Why?
What? No! Someone with fucking magic should be showing that shit off because they will be the shoe-in.
Not just the shoe-in, that would be exempt.
True.
Oh, you have magic here. Let's just move you off to the side and let somebody else take your place.
Hey,
Effectively.
you know where you would do great?
District 1.
District 1, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, here we go. This is a horny teenage girl because this is my OC times the hot guy from the show movie.
You're surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm just saying, like, that's just, like, I'm not really sure why they're bothering. Okay, well, I kind of know why they're bothering. I'm just confused as to why they're making it a Harry Potter cross, and they aren't just doing like this is some sort of magic AU where my character is just happens to be a witch who gets picked up in the fucking Hunger Game tournament.
Because lack of originality.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but that doesn't like the people out there fucking do the fucking coffee shop AUs all the time. I don't what's why wouldn't a witch AU be a thing?
I'm sorry, a what?
A witch AU.
No, before that.
Coffee shop AU.
What the fuck just came out of your mouth?
You heard me.
Have you never heard of the coffee shop AUs?
Is it like a high school AU?
Yes.
Yes, but in a coffee shop.
Yes.
It's better
Is it
received by
like,
most people, at least.
Sometimes you'll get crossovers where the crossover character makes a coffee shop.
Well, those are always kind of making fun of the coffee shop AU.
Fair.
Is it like that animated Batman Superman thing where they're sitting in a coffee shop talking shit about each other?
No, it's more like Naruto is the owner of Leaf Village Coffee, and his lieutenant in charge is Sasuke, and they have gay feelings for each other. And
But
how
they won't admit it!
Yeah, but they won't admit it, but they will have to when the new coffee shop down the street called Akutsuki opens up, being run by Sasuke's brother.
That's fucking retarded.
Yes.
Yes.
And typically all of the characters that show up in the coffee shop are the characters in the show, so they're either employees or regular customers.
I think that just gave me cancer.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. There's been one good coffee shop AU.
What was that?
It wasn't actually an AU. It was just
Oh.
John running a coffee shop.
Oh yeah, the John running the coffee shop. Yeah. That was that was not an AU though. That was literally just John going to go
Like I just
run a
said.
coffee shop.
Like I just said, there was only one good coffee shop AU, but it wasn't actually AU.
Yeah.
In the strictest sense of alternate, it might count.
Honestly
that was
though.
by core.
Yeah, it was by core. I didn't like how the whole thing panned out in the end, but leading up to the crash, I liked it. Possibly one of the best portrayals of Adam I've seen in the
definitely.
RWBY fandom.
It
Definitely.
was the one that people expected of him when we first saw him. And then volume 5 or 6 happened. Okay.
What do you expect?
Writing integrity. And you can't really question that because I had quite a lot of RVB to fall back on for that. At the time.
No, jokes aside, they were actually quite good at that.
That's RVB. That's not Ruby, which was
No,
Monty's
but RVB
baby, and then
was
they.
Rooster Teeth. You asked what did I
It-
expect of
it
RT?
wa-
Writing
Yeah,
integrity, which
okay.
is what they had. That is what they had managed to present themselves as up
But-
until around midway through volume 3, when everything for that company just started going to shit because they started branching out into way too much stuff.
Well, that's when Monty died, just about, and also when they decided to go woke.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. The portrayal of Adam was actually quite excellent. The whole like you know you're a mass murdering terrorist and that kind of really defeats your purpose, and he's like, yeah, but fuck you, I don't care that I'm playing into these racist stereotypes, because in the end, you know, I'm gonna what I do using those racist stereotypes and leveraging them is going to change things, and I don't care if I go down as the villain as long as changes get made. And it's like, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And his
seems
whatever.
like reaction with Blake made very good sense, because it's like
Yeah.
White Fang is he's well aware, just in terms of like, I guess, Ruby setting. Not everyone is cut out for full time for the White Fang.
Well, there was also their first interaction as well.
Oh yeah, that too.
Which was great, because it's like, are you? I'm not going back. It's like, why the fuck do you think I'm here for you?
Yeah. Excuse me, Miss Narrative Black Hole. Why the fuck do you think I'm here for you?
Oh, did you think I gave a shit about you?
Apparently.
I mean, like, that would honestly, I would have given mad props if they played that off as an unreliable narrator thing, where Blake is like, oh shit, my ex is coming back for me because he's fucking insane and can't let me go. And then in reality, when they finally confront each other, she's like, just let me go, Adam. And he's like, bitch, I'm not here for you. I'm here to make a statement. No one leaves the White Fang. Now die. Of just like, she thought she was like the center of the story and that he was coming back for her because he couldn't live without her. And then he's like, nah, you just broke the rules. No one leaves the White Fang alive.
Hey, no.
If you're gonna make him insane, have it be consistent,
Yeah.
or at least better written.
Pull a nice
like-
twist on all the watchers.
Like, at least with Core, his entire reasoning for Adam being going after Blake made sense, because it's like she's using her knowledge to turn against the group instead of just putting it behind her. It's like he can't overlook that.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense.
Yeah, all she had to do was nothing, and he'd probably have left her alone.
All she had to do was make sense, which is impossible. Impossible challenge.
Blake being a plot relevant character, impossible challenge. Angel in Disguise, a Harry Potter supernatural crossover. After her return to heaven, Anna Milton finds herself in the company of 3 teenage wizards. Deciding to just randomly travel with them, she soon discovers the hidden world at war and the secret kept hidden from the magical trio. What?
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 Alright, so it looks like the grammar's fine. So we're not gonna really bother with it. What the fuck is that? So Dark is Rising sequence? I've never heard of that. Frisk Dearborn Year 1. A Harry Potter Undertale crossover. With the monsters being released from the underground by demand from the Wizarding World. Ah, yes. The Wizarding World turned around and freed a bunch of non-humans from prison. Because reasons.
Totally believable.
Yeah, sure. The same wizards who are comfortable with casual slavery and genocide are like, oh man, we gotta release those monsters. It's makes me feel bad that we've locked them up for so long. It's only been several thousand years. Voldemort has gone on a killing spree, vanquishing everyone in his path except for one. Frisk Dearborn, and she was the girl who lived.
I already feel the cringe.
Do you
Much
feel
cringe,
the sins
though.
crawling down your spine?
No, but I feel
Brother,
cringe.
I feel it. The cringe overtaking me.
Quickly, we must give him The Emperor's Piece.
Can you can you hear Megalovania getting louder in the background?
Silence!
And then there was none. Harry Potter and House of the Dragon crossover. Hermione and Ron are on a mission to save their dying friend and original character Do Not Steal, Visneya Potter. Stepping through the veil of death. Wait, what? They end up in a universe that is bigger than anyone ever expected, because time is a fickle mistress, and that night at Godric's Hollow wasn't the first time that Visneya had escaped certain death. Targaryen Femme Harry, Dad is a demon, and Aemon Femme Harry. Wait, what? What?
I have heard multiple cursed words emanate from Sneaky at this exact moment now.
Yeah.
Oh god. Magic Marvel. I'm not even fucking clicking on that one, by the way. I'm not going anywhere right near that. Oh.
To be fair, you probably shouldn't go near any of the stories in this entire.
I will, however, post this story and then ping Lou. Oh, he left. That explains it.
What's wrong?
Lol.
Remember Lou? Oh, it was Stanish. That was right. Stanish. Bing. Magic Marvel, a 16-year-old MC dies at same time. Emerald eyes open up confused. Shouldn't I be dead? Why the hell am I so tiny? What's my name? Why are these voices in my head? Follow the young telepath as she makes her way in a world of God and magic as female OC Harry Potter. Will she make her mark on the world, or did she already do so? Time travel sure is confusing.
Okay,
No.
so you're writing a fan fiction, and your first thought is, I should do time travel.
Yeah.
It's because they read time travel stuff or watch it and don't understand how difficult it is to actually work with.
Yeah.
Bro, if top-level authors cannot do time travel, neither can you.
Yeah. But don't
I'm
worry.
a budding talent, you will be nice to me!
Yeah.
You have a funny what?
He is budding talent.
Oh.
Is
The
that
only
what
amount
it
of
is?
talent that you're budding is your fucking.
So this has
micropenis.
268 chapters. It has 620,000 words. It has
Jesus.
3,100 favorites and 3,600 follows. It was updated 8 hours ago, and this story was started July 2nd, 2021.
Damn. Okay, they put in the work.
This person has written 6 books over the span of a single fucking year.
I want to be disgusted, but I am impressed.
I am disgusted. Also impressed. Still disgusted.
Absolutely.
I'm impressed. Now face the wall.
Indeed, pretty much. Like, see, this is the sort of shit where I sit here and go, either they have to be getting paid for this, and then I'll understand, or they should be writing their own original shit. Because if you're gonna put in the extreme levels of effort required to write literally 6 books in the span of a year, go fucking write some original shit.
Or take what you've written and swap the names.
That too.
But that would require doing work, plotting, and all that shit.
They did
And
do
swapping-
work, my dude! They did a fucking Avengers Harry Potter crossover! Like,
Yeah, they have to build the entire world, though, Sneaky. They had a framework to work off of.
yeah. They also wrote 6 books in the span of a fucking year, so they're clearly not, indifferent
A
to
productive
doing
member
work.
of society elsewhere.
Well, yeah, that too.
But
They're clearly not shy to doing an excessive level of work. Oh, he responded.
yeah.
Read this story. Very good. The design is very human.
Lies.
We must warn them all of Sneaky's deceit.
Sneaky lied as easily as he breathed.
You mean he breathes as soon as he lies?
Whatever.
Sneaky lies?
Wait,
Don't
so
do
if
that.
I'm choking all the time, does that mean I don't lie very well?
Shut up.
Don't you bring up this logic shit with me, you fucker. You ignore it no matter what.
Oh god.
Sneaky and logic just don't get along.
Fuck you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Lily was actually secretly a twin. And she gave birth to twins, and, top it all off, they were very magically powerful twins.
And let me guess, her twin also had twins.
No. One's
Why?
called Jasmine, and the other one's called Nathan. So they proceeded to completely, not use Harry or I guess they use a flower name, I guess, so. Then they hit on each other for a while.
So they just went straight to the sibling incest.
I mean, we did just come from the supernatural section. You know what they say.
Supernatural facts are cringe.
I mean, yes, that's what normal people say, but that's not what that's not what those fans say. They
What
say
do the
something
fans say?
far more degenerate.
Oh, tell us, what do the fans say?
Wait, have you? Okay,
Not no.
What?
I want to clarify. I heard all the stupid jokes because my last name in real life is
Oh,
Winchester.
yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna hear
Yeah,
it now.
I still remember the first time I ever met him, and he told me his last name was Winchester, and I made a supernatural joke at him, and I think you threatened to throat punch me.
Yes.
No.
And I was like, you know what? That's fair enough.
It doesn't help that I have an older sibling who's only 2 years older than me. Listen, it's a pile of nonsense. Anyway, someone once unironically said to me and my sibling at a convention, well, you know what they say? Incest is wincest. And I was like, I'm going to kill you.
Never say
And
this
no
again.
jury will convict me.
Okay.
That's definitely a fucking moment where you just fucking punch them.
Did you guys ever
No
go to a
jury will
convention?
convict me.
Did you guys ever go to a convention dressed as Sam and Dean?
I have
God
a
in
feeling that
heaven,
would not
no.
be a good idea.
You should have.
You should have. At
No.
least once.
No.
I still remember back in the day, we had plans to go to a convention dressed as the Team Skull. The group of us.
Yeah, it's a shame that never coalesced.
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Then again, I now have disposable income, so I could fly to you.
I mean, we both know that you're not going to use it for that. You're going to use it in order to...
Hang on a minute. I literally just bought a Scrooge costume because someone said, I bet you're not going to sign up for the Secret Santa because you're such a Scrooge. And I was like, just for that, I am signing up for Secret Santa. And I went to my boss and I was like, hey, boss, can I wear a Scrooge costume all day on the day of the gift exchange and stump around the factory going bah humbug and saying, I expect you at work tomorrow, Cratchit? Christmas Eve is no excuse.
Oh, damn.
And my boss was like, Absolutely. I super approve.
I am surprised you didn't use that money to buy more tanks.
I do not require more tanks.
You always require more tanks.
More daga.
Anyway, here's Stanley Potter and the supernatural mating press.
What?
What?
You
What?
what, Nate?
What?
What was that escalation?
Hold up.
Thy provocations, foul human.
I don't understand. What's the issue here?
Something mating press.
Yeah. Estella Potter couldn't handle it, so she allowed Vine Boom. So she decided that it's time for her to find a new place with her little godson Teddy. Oh no.
I'm very glad I had my usage.
No! Author,
Oh
no!
Lord.
So she ends up in Forks, Washington, America.
Huh?
What?
Why?
Yeah! There, her life will take a turn for what, better or worse? Will she meet her supernatural mates there? Will she accept her supernatural mates? Will her mates accept her?
I'm sorry, did you say mates plural?
Yes,
In the name
I
of the
did.
Emperor, cease.
Yes, I did. This is a OC female Harry Potter times Edward and Jacob with Teddy in the background.
I
That's
see.
the wall.
What heresy is this?
Where is that picture?
I don't want to know what that
Um,
picture is, honestly.
Has someone made an edit to Control-Alt-Delete? I'm opening this off screen because I'm gonna type in some fucking words. I really.
Oh Lord.
Someone edited the. Oh yes, yeah, here we go.
I feel like Sneaky's gonna get himself on a list.
No.
Lists.
Here we go. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That's the image I was talking about. The judge sentencing someone to mating press.
Well, did you put that in memes and shit posts?
I can put it in memes and shit posts as well.
Please put it in memes and shit posts.
Please do.
Hit some Control Delete.
That's a very good meme.
Well, that's saved now.
In some ways, it is cringe, but also
No,
God
in
damn it.
all ways, it's cringe.
No, it's great.
So fucking stupid. It's like that fucking Bill Clinton thing that made people just laugh.
Max, we're gonna kick out of this one.
That troll.
Max, do we have a?
That one's not surprising. That.
She gonna find out.
Oh boy.
All right. I've been at it. What's going on?
Oh, hey, let's go read that story now.
We found an interesting
Oh
story.
no.
Oh Lord.
Stanish, why would you do this to yourself?
Interesting.
Fly, you fool.
So
You know nothing good happens to
so
you on the
Stanish,
server
did you
when you're
open up
pinged.
the link I sent?
Fuck no. I was out with family.
Oh, excellent, great. So anyway, so here's the summary to this story.
One moment, I must go hug my dogs.
He's about to shoot them both.
Oh no! When
I
you
didn't
get
have
a
enough
job,
ammo.
So
the
he,
ATF is cringe.
the
Fuck
AT-
the ATF.
Yeah, except when you get a job at the ATF, you're shooting dogs.
Dude, if I get a job at the ATF, Sneaky has an actual right to shoot me in the fucking head.
I'll be
because
So,
that means I'm a fucking streetwalker.
funny story actually is the ATF recently released footage of them at the firing range, and there was more bullet holes in the floor and ceiling than there was on the actual downrange.
Oh no.
Which means
Wow.
that shooting your dog
And
might actually just be a mistake.
no, that gets even better because there was the most bullet holes were in the floor at dog level.
Oh,
At small feature level,
Oh, that's fucked.
at level.
Oh god. So anyway, this is
Oh,
a
shit, I just got home.
this is
Hop onto my
a
computer.
this is a Harry Potter House of Dragon crossover.
Oh no! Send me a link to the stream and drop this on some idiots. We're gonna be
I
talking
did. I linked you. It's right there.
No, the stream.
Oh, the stream. Yeah, let me link the stream.
I mean, it's kind of hard to understand him. He sounds like he's talking through an aquarium.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can understand you because I had to spend many days understanding him.
Post the Twitch link in the streaming channel.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Oro.
He beat me to it. So yeah, this is a Harry Potter House of Dragon crossover called "And Then There Was None." And this is a
Sounds good.
it's a romance family story.
I mean, okay. If you're gonna be incestuous in any story, A Song of Ice and Fire makes sense at the very least.
Hermione and Ron are on a mission to save their dying friend, O.C., known as Visnea Potter. Stepping through the veil of death, they discover the universe is infinitely bigger than anyone expected. Time is a fickle mistress, and that night at Godric's Hollow was not the first time that Visnea had escaped certain death. Targaryen Femme Harry, her dad is a demon, and she's also Aemond.
Jesus.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
All things I truly despise in the fandom today.
500 favorites. 4 chapters, 20,000 words.
That's just sad.
Yeah, honestly, and it's over the span of like the last 2 months. So So yeah, 10 Little Soldier Boy nursery rhyme where they all died. Committed suicide and murdered. There's a lot to love about OC female Harry Potter. She's dashing, daring, exhilaratingly dangerous, the best wizard duelist ever, period. Quick, creative, knows thousands of spells, absolute dead shot with her aim, and she is amazing and awesome, and she's fast and furious, and she gets down and dirty, and she can use many weapons.
But does she care about family?
Tell us she's a Mary Sue without telling us she's a Mary Sue.
And she can use a dagger and a broom together, and Hermione has seen her take out opponents 3 times her age. Hermione has seen her take out opponents who are senior citizens. I'm not sure if that's a win or not.
What do you mean?
Yo, I watched her go up to this senior citizen and just fucking deck her, bro.
She's loyal, loud, and hard to hate and easy to like, and she throat punches purebloods, and she makes friends easily, especially the poor and the queer, and she plays games, makes jokes, and she has a good sense of humor, and she's humble, and she's loud and loyal, and she loves people, and she sticks up for everyone that's her friend, and she's quick and dashing and devastating.
You keep repeating yourself.
Yes.
The author
All right,
keeps
okay.
repeating himself.
How does that sound?
Oh, way better.
That's better.
You are comprehensible.
Yeah, I'm on my computer, so
Oh, well,
You
that,
can
that,
actually-
that would do it, yeah.
they hear me.
There's a lot of things you should fear about her as well. She's fast and swift, impulsive and violent and charming and unpredictable, and you never knew what you would get with her, whether she was going to be brooding or she was going to be Hogwarts delight and make everyone else's day happier, and she was very unpredictable, and she caused problems and she caused solutions, and she steals everything.
Jesus Christ. You fucking killed me here.
Yeah, it just sounds horrible.
She takes and takes and takes, and she takes your friendship, she takes your love, she takes your devotion, she takes your life, she hoards it and amasses it, and she makes you believe that she's the only one that matters in your life.
Okay.
I get the
This is
feeling the
suddenly
author is really in love
so-
with this OC that they've made.
I mean, the author just described a domestic abuse relationship.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
I have returned.
Oh god, you know what?
Beautifully.
Max, looking at the thumbnail to my Twitch stream, it makes me just very happy I found out, and I spent like that whole fucking hour getting that phoenix tattoo just right.
Oh, actually, Sneaky,
It's a
I
little
met
sick.
a friend of yours in the wild the other day.
No fucking way.
I met a person named Jingo who's very interesting.
No
And is on your friends
fucking
list.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did Jingo have to say?
He's like, yeah, I remember that guy, and I was like, interesting. Just taking in Jingo as a person has been
He's an experience.
Interesting.
Sounds like you
Yeah.
had an event.
No, Jingo
Yeah.
is an experience.
Yeah, he is. He very much is.
Yeah, we still shitpost at each other in DMs.
That's very cute. It's very Kino, and gay at the same time.
No, it's okay. He's a twink. It's not gay.
No, that's
I thought you said that.
usual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Drive by on fucking Jingo.
Man, yeah, like I said, I really like that
Yeah,
tattoo
no.
and how it
Do you
came
want me
out.
to use my female voice though?
It still fucks me up that you can actually just do that with such. You can do that on fucking cue. Like, it's not even angry inducing
no
for me more. I'm just
needed.
honestly impressed.
Why
Like
is it
it-
that people only fucking bother my house when I'm home alone?
Well, you know what? You should start shooting them.
Put claymores in your yard.
It's Illinois. I can't buy a gun.
Sure
No,
you can.
buy a gun in Illinois, you just can't buy it in Chicago.
You can
Yeah,
buy a
just
gun
leave
in
fucking
Illinois.
Chicago.
Yeah, get out of hell.
I can't. I'm living here rent free.
You know what? You should build
Well,
a
that's a
wall
good-
around
that's a-
Chicago.
Keep the crime
build-
in.
Yeah.
No. You should build a wall around your house in Chicago. Become
God,
an
no.
enclave, if you will.
I don't want to live. I don't want to pay Chicago's prices, bro.
Why would you force a man to become the enclave in this economy?
Because it's funny.
That's fair.
Enclaves and
Okay,
exclaves,
listen. If I get
those
the
are fun.
power armor,
So what if I just like show up with a VTOL one day and I tell you to get in?
I'll get the fuck in.
All right, excellent. You're better than Max already. I said, Max, what if I just showed up at your house one day with a van and a shotgun and I told you to get in? His response was, I'll call the police. And I was like, well, that's not a very good friend.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
I'm already running from them.
Yeah. I've
Sneaky,
already
unless your plan
stolen
involves
the
us getting on
VTOL.
listen, unless your plan involves us getting on the GTA 5 murder train, I'm not in.
Yeah, no, that's clearly the best way to go is you just get 5-star rating and you go down in history.
That has a legend.
So there's a story behind that. So back in the day we used to play GTA Online, and we would go onto servers. We would get a 5-star police rating, and then we would just use like muskets and shit on the train to fight off all the police that would come, and we would just see how long we can hold out because the train never really stopped. No, the train had one stop, and that was always basically as what we called the boss level, because the fucking police would just come endlessly. It was like hundreds of officers swarming at the train, and it became like a horde mode survive the wave before you got brought into the next circuit. And one day,
The best part was when the train went through downtown.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, it confused the Christ out of people.
it was great. And then one day, other players started getting in on it, trying to kill us. And boy, were they in for a surprise when we fucking won.
It turns out, a bunch of machine guns on a train, kind of a problem.
All
Just
right.
follow the damn train, bro.
Oh god, those were good days. Those were good days. Too bad that Rockstar banned us and deleted our characters.
You're just
Funnily
lucky
enough,
you got a
I'm
train
the
run
only
on
one
you
who
yet,
never
boy.
had that problem.
Yeah.
Why did they ban you?
Oh, because I
they got
used
a bunch of
Discord.
tax money.
No.
It dumped on them. They didn't go and
No,
seek it
no,
out.
not even that. No. We used Discord.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Huh?
The money dump never actually triggered anything, and it's like, just go ahead and use it. It's like, oh, well, okay.
So basically, back in the day, there was a patch that Rockstar had applied that had accidentally turned Discord's overlay system into an
No,
unknown.
No, we were still using Skype and Steam Chat when GTA 5 first came out. When we
No, when we got
When we
banned was
got-
Discord.
No, I know, but that was the first time we'd ever been using Discord while in GTA 5 together because we were checking out the new update.
Right, no, but that's what I'm
Then
saying,
we-
no, is that the Discord had been
We
out
had
for a
been
long
doing
time
this-
previously.
Mm,
They fixed it finally. But no, this
Yeah,
is
no.
this is the information that I'm getting from the person I was talking to at Rockstar. So according to them, the patch that had been applied broke the detection system on exploitation EXEs. And it had marked Discord accidentally as an exploitation injection
Oh?
Because of its overlay.
because of the overlay. And
and this was
They-
in the first week we'd even tried Discord.
Yeah,
too,
first
which
week
was
we even
just
tried Discord.
Unfortunate timing, if that's the case.
yeah.
I'd heard that it had been hitting people in Discord on PC for a hot minute.
But like I said, this is just what the guy was
way
telling
before
me.
this patch.
They eventually ended up fixing it and patching it and stopped banning people for using Discord and their
Oh,
games.
so they finally admitted it then.
Oh yeah,
The,
Because
the
I remember
ban-
that was a big thing. They're
the
like,
ban
no,
was
it's
not lifted.
banning you."
the ban was permanent and they deleted our characters and everything attached to them.
No, the ban wasn't permanent. We were banned for 1 month, but they took our characters away.
Oh, I was
That's
banned for a
oh,
year.
that's some bullshit.
Oh, I was only banned for 30 days.
Yeah, I was
and my
banned for a
character
year.
Permanently deleted.
Yeah.
The
I
character
assume they
that
found
I had
your-
invested 180 hours into because I only
Yeah,
played
because
online.
we would occasionally fuck around and play the game and do the raids, and we all had fun.
We got
Yeah.
really good at the top rate at the time. Yeah. We got really good at that one.
Listen, we had that bank robbery down to a T.
But yeah, we had so much shit and we had a lot of fun, and then they banned us and deleted our characters because we used Discord, and I was like, bro, that's kind of fucked up. And they're like, yeah, well, after your ban is up, you're allowed to make a new character. I'm like,
Okay,
Wow,
but what
bro.
about the characters that we made that we did nothing with?
what
that
about
we didn't do anything
what about
wrong
all
with?
the time I just lost?
So
And they're like,
so cool.
yeah, literally, that's the answer I got. It was sucks to suck. And I was like, well, fuck
Yeah, they're
you
like,
guys.
yeah, get fucked.
It's like, okay, I guess I'll go bring my money elsewhere, you fat fucks.
Yeah.
It hurt all the worse because Sneaky and I had finally broken down. It's like, all right, we're gonna throw an extra $50 at them for the shark cards because they were running a sale. It's like we've gotten so much time out of this game, we can throw a little extra money,
Yeah.
and they banned us for it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, fuck you guys.
You paid money for this game? Banned.
Honestly, if we ever came back to it, both Max and I were just like, yeah, we're just gonna go grab the cheats and the hacks and just fucking
just go hit up.
Go wild, because
If you're-
apparently the
if-
goddamn Russians can.
If you're gonna ban us, we're gonna make sure you ban us for the right reason this time.
It's like, fuck you guys. Either way.
Man, Sneaky, we missed out on the orbital laser by like a year.
I'm sorry, excuse you?
Oh yeah, you missed
They
the
had-
orbital
they-
laser, dude.
They added an orbital strike laser to the game like a year after our ban.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it like
was
something
like
that's
half a
like
million
laser
per shot.
guided? Do you like throw a smoke signal?
No,
Like,
it's an orbital laser strike. You go to your HQ, you walk up to a table, and now it's like, all right, cool. That player there, I want them erased for $500,000.
oh, that's fantastic.
It's a laser bombardment.
And it is-
Instant
listen.
delete.
No vehicle lives through it. No player lives through it.
Unless
It's
they're
like,
in the
"You're marked
sewer.
for laser. Ah, I see. I am dead.
Sense of orbital laser.
It's a shame that Rockstar's online stuff is run by actual idiots.
Some real
I should get
Exodia bullshit.
around to actually playing Yakuza 7.
Essence of orbital laser. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Orbital Laser.
That was a pretty good move. I like that a lot. Yeah. I don't know.
Can I speak to you about my Lord and Savior?
Yakuza
Satellite
7
cannons.
was
Well,
It was
just
a good game.
Right
It was
arm
just so
of the
grindy.
satellite, left arm of the satellite. Literally Exodia.
right solar wing, left solar wing. Focusing lens of the orbital laser.
I gotta say, I appreciate that
Focusing
in
lens
most,
of Forbidden One.
most forms of media, when the term satellite cannon is thrown around, people get scared.
Oh, for
Listen,
good reason.
when people say, I will say that about pop culture. We've reached the point that when people start saying things like moon cannon and satellite cannon, I'm like, all right, gonna get something good.
Now we're
and
into
I
the
believe-
fun barge.
I believe that is firmly thanks to Gundam X.
Gundam X wasn't prolific enough, and they were told they had to cut things short because it just wasn't really getting the views
I
they
know,
were
but the
hoping for.
satellite cannon, Max.
I think satellites and satellite weapons more came from like Tom Clancy and the Ubisoft games.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
far more likely.
Yes.
You are correct, but I'm sad.
Wonder what the oldest reference to a orbital
cannon is?
weapon even was.
Tom
Probably
Clancy.
actually, no, actually the Cold War predates it. It was one of the experimental weapon ideas
On
alongside,
the Star Wars program.
yes,
Yep.
alongside the Star Wars program.
Well, yeah, Tom Clancy, one of his books is based on the Star Wars program.
I'm not surprised. I was always very amused by the fact that Tom Clancy would just sit down, do a bunch of research, and be like, alright, this is a reasonable idea of what could be done with this. And then
And
the
then it just
government would
happens.
show up and be like, how the fuck did you get this classified information? And he's just like, I guessed?
Yep.
How did you
Guys.
find out that we were building Doom bots on the moon?
Fellers,
Wait,
have you ever
yes.
heard
I
of a
was
thing
just
called
high,
CRISPR?
bro.
Heard of a thing called what?
No. Tom Clancy is one of those freaks of nature that looked at history and was like, huh, I bet I can like make some interesting guesses based on history.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's
it's almost
weird.
like history
It's
repeats
weird.
in circles.
Yeah, just takes different forms.
I'm reminded of that one, like I forget what author. Not sure if it's Tom Clancy or not. He makes a very an educated guess and goes, "Oh yeah, all your nuclear scientists moved to New Mexico. You might want to do something about that."
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
There's I like my alt history. There's a book that's like Boris Johnson PM and other unlikely things.
Yeah.
That's a solid one. I'm not gonna
Alt
lie.
history books get.
I mean,
whacked. I've
Simpsons
only
is
looked
right
at a
up there
couple
as
of
well with his like,
editions.
oh yeah, back
If
in
I could
like
recommend-
2009, they were like, oh yeah, Trump's gonna be a president. Simpsons.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
well,
one that
Simpsons
gets
No,
brought
wasn't
up
it-
a lot.
No,
It's just
wasn't it that
Simpsons.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be president?
No, literally they had.
They also
no,
did Trump.
They also did Trump as an episode.
Yeah, there's a good amount of things that have been predicted by The Simpsons, like a solid amount of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could recommend anything, anything by Peter Saras in his short story collections are primo. He has some very good alt history. He does this thing where he puts like fake footnotes in, and it just works so well.
It just works.
It just works. 16 times the detail, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So the rest of this story is actually just a bunch of drama. The super amazing Mary Sue is dying to a blood curse that no one ever saw her get hit with. And they've decided they're gonna save her.
How you planning to do that, dumbass?
Of course, the Mary Sue gets hit with by a super special spell.
Anyway, they finally get records of Visnea Potter's birth certificate, and turns out that her real name, her true name is Visnea Targaryen, and her birth certificate contains other things like astrological signs, the moon phases, and the local plant life of the time of her birth.
What?
That is unnecessarily detailed.
And it was Visnea Targaryen was written in both ink and blood above a gold and silver paternal and matrilineal.
Matrilineal.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do it. We believe in you.
Names that
You can't
don't
do
make
it.
sense. This is a paternity test that had the nurse whip up. They're pretty popular in pureblood circles. We find the people with those names, take their blood, and Hagrid's your uncle now. We have our friend back. They've written these
Your
names
uncle,
wrong.
Sir, I require astrological signs on my child's birth certificate. I also need to know what type of magic they'll have, what sort of abilities they have. Sir, this is Wendy's.
I need to know what their growth rates are.
What's funny is the Wendy's guy would probably know more about the growth rates than you would.
I mean, yeah,
Hermione, we have her birth certificate. Hermione's like, oh, well, that can't be real, Ron. You got scammed. It says she was born in Westeros. That's not even a town in England.
It hurts.
Read another book, read another book, read another book, read another book.
Truly read another book. Preferably The Song of Ice and Fire, because it's actually pretty good.
Just don't read about the
The horse rape?
Yeah,
What?
don't read
What
about
the fuck
that.
are you talking about?
And the bestiality.
Oh, yeah, so anyway,
Bestiality in The Song of Ice and Fire? What are you talking
since
about?
you're here, Stanish, I want to get your
Well,
opinion on this. How do you feel
not
about
also.
Estella Potter and the Supernatural Mating Press?
That sounds like crack. So I'll say it sounds funny. It sounds retarded, but it sounds funny.
It is retarded. It's a harem story involving Femme Potter when she moves to Forks and hooks up with the two Twilight.
No.
Twilight
No,
boys.
Sneaky. Reverse harem, Sneaky. Not a
Reverse
harem
harem,
story.
my bad,
Reverse
yes.
harem.
Of course.
Yeah.
More sausages.
Harry
progressive.
Potter and the Infinite Stone. Orphaned Harry Potter has one more family member. She's a squib, and she goes by Pot, and she moved to the U.S. Now Harry has Iron Man as an uncle.
These thy provocations. Human.
47 chapters,
Yeah.
217,000 words, and 2,000 favorites. Published over the span of a year.
The ultimate weapon of the Skibbs is clearly a gun.
Ultimate weapon of the what?
I think he meant squibs.
Yeah,
Squibs.
no, I said squib.
You said skin.
skib.
He said skib.
I meant
You
squib.
said many things, none of
Minor-
which were
minor-
squib according to us.
Minor
Eric fucking
misspeak,
Lee.
thus point irrelevant, okay? Minor
yes.
misspeak, thus point irrelevant.
A point of relevancy. Oh, so speaking of Harry Potter and shit, so tell us, Sign, have you been enjoying the Space Wizard debate going on in the thread?
That's another debate.
Oh yeah, the debate about how you're not making it absolutely extreme, purest of light and darkest of darks.
Oh god. I'm rude on that bullshit. They can fuck off.
The Jedi morality debate.
Fuck that shit. Bunch of fucking retards, I swear to God.
Yeah, I saw the debate and I was just like, wow, I feel bad for him having to put up with these fuckers.
I went around 5 pages before I finally like, okay, nope, I'm fucking done. All you idiots are doing is arguing about this. Stop.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I mean, like, assuming this is on SB, you could probably tell the mods to
QQ.
tell them to fuck off.
It's on QQ.
Oh. Hey, you can still do it on QQ.
Yeah.
The mods don't like me on QQ.
Yeah.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. You know.
Entirely too based for QQ.
I get it, you know.
We have to go start our own porn site that allows things like based opinions.
QQ has absolutely no problem with, oh, I don't know, lolly, bestiality, furry. But you talk about based opinions, oh, we need to get your ass off of there.
It's sort of like Pornhub, where for a while they were allowing shit like gun videos, and then Pornhub was like, "Guys, okay, no, we're ending it here. We have to ban all non-porn videos because this is Pornhub. It's for porn. Just because
It's
we
called
allow guns to be posted on this website doesn't mean you
One
can
of my-
turn your gun channel into the Pornhub."
One of my favorite creators on YouTube, this guy named Chiseled Adonis, used to do videos on Pornhub, and it was just like slightly more not safe for work stuff that he couldn't necessarily put on YouTube without possibly getting his channel messed up.
That's funny.
So it'd be like he does like fight commentary, he does sports commentary. So, you know, it'd just be him going a little bit more wild. And they did take down his shit eventually. Like twice they took it down, and it was like, what? No, let him have his thing.
You know, I miss Seth. She was funny.
Who?
Seth. She was like this like 15-ish-year-old girl who had very based opinions and wasn't really hesitant to say them. And she ended up getting banned off of YouTube after a certain incident. And then she started posting, I think it was on Pornhub, all of her channel. And then Pornhub kicked her off, and I think she moved to BitChute eventually. And then she just
To
like
where?
BitChute. Basically, it's a torrent site that's for video hosting.
I
No,
see.
it's not.
Well, yeah, it is.
BitChute's not a torrent site.
Yes, it is. BitChute, their video delivery system operates based off of torrent peer-to-peer.
If it does, it's doing it entirely on the background on the browser.
Yep. Yeah. That's exactly what it does. That was the whole idea with it, because they were like, we don't have the money to host a server farm, the likes of YouTube, to actually let people post their videos to our website. And also, no one can order us to take down a video because technically we're not hosting them.
I mean, I feel like that's a very sound reason for not wanting to host things that people might find disagreeable, but at the same time,
Yep.
you're allowing porn.
Well, I mean that's just inevitable, so it's not really like a.
YouTube already has literal child porn on it, and
Yeah.
nobody's doing anything about it.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
that's more just because the people who work at YouTube are too busy enjoying said child porn to do something about
I
it.
don't know about all that. I think it has more to do
True.
with the amount of stuff that gets uploaded.
No,
Yeah.
no, because Elon Musk took over Twitter, and within the hour of him taking over Twitter, they deleted thousands of accounts and banned, literally metric shit tons of child pornography off the website.
Yeah, Elon's that shit inside of 5 minutes.
The only thing that was preventing the website from taking down all that child porn is the fact that the Twitter managers were too busy using it.
I mean, it's
I
like
still
the
don't- I'm
FBI.
pretty sure it's like a massive amount still, comparatively. As in, YouTube, how much stuff gets uploaded to it, like per second, is still mountains and
yeah,
mountains and
no,
mountains
no.
and mountains and mountains more than what
Hands
gets used
down,
on Twitter.
understandable, yeah, and you're inevitably going to get this shit, especially if you, because unlike Twitter, which uses word matching, YouTube, if you leave your tags blank and you make the video called like H6447B, then it's not going to match to anything. It's never going to show up in a recommended page. And especially if you make it unlisted, then the only people that'll ever receive the video is the YouTube scanner and anyone you send the link to. So yes, there's obviously going to always be child porn on the website, but a significant amount of it would be deleted if they could actually just stop being pedophiles for a single second.
Yeah, I don't doubt that there's probably people in the company that are, dog shit like that. I just think it's a bit of an apples and oranges. That being said, we are way off topic.
Not really.
So off topic.
No, this is
For-
pretty normal.
This
for
is fairly
podcast.
normal for us.
No, fair. I mean, I'm of fanfiction, though.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Speaking of which, Stanish, because you're here,
Yes.
how do you feel about Sundays? Are you available on them?
I can't commit to anything right now
That's fair enough.
like that. But give me a time period. on
We're
Sundays.
not quite clear yet, but we're floating around the idea of having a podcast where we sit here on a obviously different channel and say things that will likely get us banned, and I kind of want to see how long we can go. And I don't mean intentionally go out of our way to say the forbidden words, but just talking about topics in general.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Sunday should be good for me to come around sometimes, but yeah, my schedule is up in the air most of the time.
Yeah, understandable.
Shall return.
Virginia Pepper Potts of 5730 Encino Avenue was very proud to say she was perfectly normal, thank you very much. As a young woman who'd been to a good college and she began her professional career, she bought an affordable house in a safe neighborhood and still doesn't have a husband or a kid. And will die alone at the age of 70
With 30 cats.
with 30 cats.
This is just like extremely cringe.
A little bit.
Welcome to Harry Potter.
It's like obviously a teenager's writing this. You could like.
No. They could be politically charged.
No, I don't disagree with that. I'm saying it's still obvious that a teenager is writing this.
Let's see. We got Sam Hain here. Mr. Sam Hain, let's see, joined Fanfiction in 2020. I am a former professional video game designer, and it's never a game you've ever heard of or will ever be identified. I am currently a professional technical writer because it pays better than the game, and I can do it from home. A hobbyist tabletop designer. You can find me on WordPress with the title System Sans Setting. Okay, let's see how popular you are, Mr. System Sans Setting. Yeah, he's got a WordPress. Oh god, that's a fucking You obviously aren't a web designer because that's absolutely garish. Ah, fucking Christ! I just flashbanged myself.
That's what you get.
That is like a disgusting puke green color that makes me want to tear my eyes out. That background.
Let's see. Leave a comment. Do we get to see how many comments? Okay, 0 comments, 0 retweets, 0 Facebook shares, 1 like.
Wow. Oh, I bet he liked himself.
Wow, he has been doing this since 2009, so they're not a teenager. They
But this
just
is
write
so.
like
Then
one.
I would say that this is probably a Mega Man situation where they haven't grown up at all in the years that they have been on the internet in any way, really.
Okay, to be fair, Mega Man actually knows his audience.
He does.
The man writes
But-
for his audience, and his audience loves him.
Originally
Yeah,
posted
that sounds
2006.
soul crushing to me, though. Sorry. Like
Holy
the
shit.
drivel that man writes is like, I can't like imagine doing that every day, and the amount that he writes it.
Wow. Originally posted 2006. That is impressive. So yeah, no, this person has been
So this guy's been
blogging
on the internet for a long time.
16 years at the very least. So
At the very least.
they're at least 35.
At least.
At least.
You're making me feel old again.
My main interest is world building, and my favorite types are for one of nail and crossovers where the characters can interact and react to each other. Alright, so fair enough. So pretty based opinions so far. These interests are related. I enjoy taking loose, soft world building and formalizing it, and then using those world physics to change how the setting propagates. Alright, so pretty based still. I have a deep and abiding interest in hardening magic systems. Very cool. While I want to kick in enough drama to make things happen, I try to treat fics as simulations to make sure follow cause and effect, and I don't just have things happen just for the plot. I'm bad at replying to reviews. Alright, so this is understandably someone that is possibly what I'm gonna end up like in the future if I don't die or get assassinated or murdered. That's
Which is
unfortunate.
more likely than you think.
Which is higher than you think, yes. So speaking of age, so do you guys follow the VTubers at all? Stanish? Sign?
I follow Iron Mouse sometimes, but that's about it.
Gira.
So, HoloLive, the male generation for English, they have a VTuber called Vesper, and he's a dude who's been in the VTubing section for a little bit before that as the Orc Father, as people called him. Because he's a 38-year-old dude who's been in the IT industry for about 15 plus years. And he got rich enough that he was kind of like, you know what? I'm good just not doing that anymore. I'm going to kind of just vibe. Maybe do some
Nice.
VTubing on the side. Just kind of enjoy life. And
Wait, that's not Randon, is it?
yes, it was Brandon.
Oh. Shit, if I'd known that, I'd probably watched him a lot sooner then.
Yeah, all he does is Zatsudans, so
Randon's fucking chill dude.
yes, yeah. I used to pop in occasionally and say hi to him back in those days. So he actually got suspended a couple months ago from HoloLive.
It was a couple weeks.
Huh?
It was a couple weeks, I think.
No, it was like it was at least in October.
Thought it was just 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Did he get suspended multiple times?
No, it was a significant time. Let's see.
Suspended for what though?
So yes, that was the thing. Is that everyone was kind of like really like, oh, what the hell happened? Because it was kind of just out of nowhere, and he's very non-confrontational and very much chill, and so everyone was kind of like, what did he say? Like, he never said anything. He didn't do anything that was bad.
No, it was a couple weeks. November 19th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was about a month ago then.
Anyways, continue
Yeah,
on.
story continues, yeah. So, what it turns out is that he got into a massive argument with management.
With YouTube management?
No, HoloLive management.
Oh no.
So, what started the argument, as far as we can tell, is he had set up with his own money on his own time without telling HoloLive staff. Because again, got to keep in mind, this is a 38-year-old guy with 15 years in the IT industry. Asking for forgiveness is better than asking for permission from people that don't understand what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right.
And he's also an American and a guy who is financially stable. So
That shit.
he is basically the exact opposite of the kind of people that Cover normally hires for HoloLive. So, because they're Japanese, they still try to treat him like a early 20s poor girl who is unsure of where they want to go in the world.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
It did not. And so what he ended up doing, he ended up setting up this massive event without telling HoloLive staff, because he was just like, oh, well, I'll just set up the event and I'll let them know later once it's all done, because I know all these people and they don't know the people, and so it just makes sense for me to go do it. In his mind. And so he contacted a bunch of Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers and set up this, what's that game called? The isometric zombie survival one. Zomboid. Project Zomboid. He set up a Project Zomboid server with all of these streamers.
Oh no.
With his own money, on his own time. With the plan of having this massive multiplayer session with all of the Hollow Men and all of these streamers.
Yeah, I'm seeing exactly where this went wrong.
Yeah.
They should have picked it, didn't they?
Okay, I'm with him. I was with him up to this point. It's like, okay, no, hang on, man. You're within a contract for stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So he ended up getting into a massive drag-out argument with the HoloLive staff as a result of this. So his reaction to getting suspended was, oh, whatever, I don't fucking care. He went out, bought an 8-foot boar spear, went hunting for a boar, and ate boar for a week out camping.
Best.
But what I'm hearing is that he won.
Yeah, effectively.
Wait, hold on a second. Where did he go for board steering?
Texas, I'm betting.
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah,
southern
that sounds like
area.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, then yeah, absolutely. That's what he did.
Yeah. So he just came back and he was like, yeah, things happened. Got in an argument. Went boar hunting.
Good job, Granddad. You did it.
With a fucking spear.
Dude acts like the fucking grandfather of HoloLive. It's fucking straight. If people call Callie dad, Vesper's just the fucking
I mean, he
grandfather.
is effectively the grandfather. He is like, he's got at least 10 years on most of them, at minimum. So, yeah. Also, just working in IT ages you. It really does.
Working in any sort of customer service or IT ages you like 5 times over.
It's called seasoning.
It's not customer service, my dude. The shit you have to deal with IT It's a little bit more intense than customer service. Customer service is my thing is broken. IT is, oh, my network's down and we're losing millions of dollars for every hour we're offline.
Well, customer service
Fix
is
it.
a part of IT, so
Yeah. But
Yes and no.
not
It depends
all
on the company.
all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Again, it depends on the company.
yeah, true.
I know I have had to do quite a bit of fixing shit, and like, goddamn, so fucking.
Having to fix people is even more fun.
Oh my god! Don't.
Oh my god! So we're very late. So I'm actually gonna end it here, and I'm gonna tell you guys a very enjoyable story.
Oh no!
I don't trust that.
Oh, here we go.
What if Harry Potter and the Power He Knows Not was a video game? Okay, so you know what? I'm actually gonna probably check out this author later, because he's got some decent ideas, of possible interest. I don't know how to feel about most of them, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll see everyone on Tuesday, and have a good weekend and all that fun stuff, because there is always more and it always gets worse.